harder problems in it. So in general, let's look at enlargements first. So the question you're asked to do in the homework is to enlarge four different shapes with different scale factors. They're all different scale factors. Now, I'll do an example that's not in the book, so not in the questions. So it'll have a center of enlargement at O, and we can draw a shape, a random shape T here. And then we have SF written here, and let's say SF is 2.5. Okay. Can anyone explain to me what that 2.5 means?
It enlarges like 2.5 times as large.
Yeah. So it's going to be 2.5 times as large. So what would be my first step? Anyone know?
Is it measure the distance between the vertices to the...
Yes, exactly. So first of all, I pinpoint my vertices. So there's loads of vertices in this shape. I'm not going to do them all, but I'll do some of them. There's loads of vertices. So all these points have to be moved, and they all have to be moved 2.5 times further away from O. So let's just do 1 point. And I'll pick this point here. Now for this, we'd like to see the construction lines, the dotted lines. So I'm measuring to this top right-hand corner of the T. I can see in my diagram it's about 2.4 centimeters away. Now I do my rough work, usually here, 2.4. Now, what do I need to multiply that by? Well, I need to multiply it by the scale factor, 2.5. Because 2.5 times as far. If it was 1.5, I'd multiply by 1.5. If it was a half, I'd multiply by 0.5. You can use a calculator for this if you want. So 2.5 multiplied by 2.4, and I get 6 centimeters. So that, now notice the way I have not moved my ruler. My ruler has stayed fixed at this point. And I just put a dot and keep my dotted line going, as far as 6. So it's 6 centimeters away from O instead of 2.4. So the key thing here is I wouldn't move my ruler. I might do the working out on the side, but that ruler should stay. And you don't move it from here and measure from the new point. No, you always measure from the center of the enlargement. Remember, this is the center. SF means scale factor, how much I'm going to multiply by each measurement. All right, let's do this one here. I'm going to do this one slowly and then do the rest of them quite speedily. This one is I have about 2.8 there on my measurement. So 2.8 multiplied by 2.5, 2.8 multiplied by 2.5. Do it on a calculator because it's a difficult one, and that's 7 centimeters away. These are nice round numbers. Half and move my ruler, and then I put that next dot at 7. And you can start to form the shape then. I've done these 2 points. These two are its new buddies. So that's that new side of the T. And maybe you can start to see that it is 2.5 times bigger. Okay, let me just finish the rest of it really quick. You can watch me do it. This one is 4.6. As far as 11.5. Okay, that's there. Okay. Now probably you could finish off this shape, some of it, because we know that the next point should be in line here. This point C here, so it should be somewhere here. And even if you wanted to, you can start to join up a little bit more if you're rushed for time like me. Okay, I won't do all this because it would take too long, but you can start to see that the T is looking 2.5 times bigger. Now that's if it's bigger. If it's smaller, the shape is going to be actually inside here. If it's at 0.5, it's going to be closer to 0. And that's enlargements. So hopefully that helped a little bit for the homework. So you have 4. Everybody must do the 4 enlargements at the start. So there's 4 enlargements. Multiply by everybody must do all 4. Okay. For the rest of it, then it's rotations. For yellow, so for green, the rotations are just about the center 0, 0, so that should be okay. For yellow, the first question is all about the center 0, 0, so just at that point P. You have to sketch those in your book. Now, there's an interesting question for the end of yellow and blue, which asks you to have a triangle like this, C, A, B, like so, and then it says translate it to U, to or, rotate it, oh, spelled it wrong, 90 degrees about the image of C. So maybe you're looking at this in a clockwise direction. So this is the question. All right. Okay, so I'll take you through the steps you need to do this. You'll have drawn this in your book. So you'd translate it first, the whole triangle, 2 up and 2 right. So it's a translation first. So 1, 2 right and 1, 2 up. So that'd be point A. Point C would probably end up around here, and point B is going to end up maybe here. So they're probably going to overlap the shapes. Okay, that's a very basic sketch, but you can do it yourself. Okay, so that's it translated. So these are the new points, and I would label them A dash, B dash, and C dash because they've all been translated. Then rotate it 90 degrees. So that's the translation done. So we can cross that off. Rotate 90 degrees about the image of C. So that's this new point C. It's got to rotate about this. So that's where you get your tracing paper or see-through paper. I'll reuse an old page. Draw in the new shape. Put the pen at the image of C. So that's C dash, and rotate it clockwise 90 degrees. So that's going to be down here. Down here. And then I would draw in that shape underneath. And that is an example of yellow. The difficult ones in yellow and the easier ones in blue. Now, a lot of blue ones are like that, and then there's a challenge at the end of blue. I'd hope that most people would try yellow or blue for this, but you don't have to if you feel like you want to stick on green. Now, I will be looking for these enlargements in your book on Thursday, so make sure you have the enlargements and this, the other questions. Everybody must have the 4 enlargements. All right. Any questions on any of that? No. Okay, so a couple people, I would like to stay on the line, and some people, if you want extra help on this, do stay on the line as well. So perhaps Akin, Olivia, Natasha, can you guys just hang on the line? And the rest of you guys, you can hang on the line if you wish. Otherwise, you're now free to go and finish this homework for Thursday.